Hi, and welcome to City Happenings. I'm Mayor David Black. Papillion continues to grow and offers much to its residents so they can live, work, and play. For more about Papillion, here's City Happenings.
Thanks, Mayor Black. The new Omaha National Cemetery has people talking.
As a veteran and a veteran from Nebraska, I think we're all excited to have this right here in our own backyard. I mean, there's no need for people to travel hours to go to a national cemetery. The benefit itself is definitely worthwhile. But the fact that we get to be buried with other veterans and we have that kinship with other veterans is pretty important. For me, I think it is, and for a lot of the veterans that are here in this area.
Omaha qualified for the cemetery almost 10 years ago.
It's been in the making for quite some time. So like all the other Nebraskan and the veterans, I was watching and listening to and excited that it was actually coming into fruition. And now actually, as of this summer, construction started.
A point of note, burial benefits extend past the military veteran.
The spouse, definitely. The spouse is always eligible once the veteran is eligible. And whether the veteran, whether the spouse predeceases the veteran or not, the spouse is still eligible. Some other things that people don't understand too is whether the veteran is buried here or not, the spouse would still be eligible to be placed here even if the veteran was at another cemetery, as long as that veteran was eligible, even though they weren't here. And then it extends to children, of course, unfortunately, if that happens to a family, children under age, or if up to the age of 23 if they're going to a approved college. And then there's also the caveat that if a family has a physically or mentally disabled adult child, if that condition happened to that child before they became of age, then they're also eligible to be placed with their parents, no matter what age they become. They could be 50 and still be placed with their parents. And not self-supporting and never married.
The cemetery site is on Schramm Road, just east of South 144th Street. Trumble Park teacher Amy Hahn talks about the most important part of the outdoor education program.
Getting the kids outside of the classroom and teaching them in an environment where it's not usual to them, and they think that outdoor ed is just a time to play and be outside. But when we actually get out there, they truly get to learn the curriculum in a different environment where it's all hands-on for 2 days straight.
Hahn says she likes having Papillion police involved with outdoor ed.
I think it's awesome. I think especially with things that are in the news lately and where the students get to see, specifically Officer Foster, come into our classroom and they're building a relationship with Officer Foster and the other officers in Papillion. They get to experience having someone that is a friend or a different person of authority where they can relate to them.
Having completed the trust course twice, she knows the importance for the students to attempt it.
For them to experience it, I think, is facing their fears. I mean, we talk so much. The kids love the trust course, and that's what they hear from every grade level that had previously is the trust course is the best part. Well, they get to experience something that they may never get to experience, or just be on an opportunity or have an opportunity to go on something and face their fears. And they don't think that they're afraid of heights, or they don't think that they can do something. And so many of those kids we tie back into the classroom and said, remember when you didn't think you were going to climb up that pole and cross the wire? You did it. How did you feel about that? And we use those as writing projects a lot of times. It's just, how did you face your fear? How did you overcome that? What did Officer Tackett, Officer Foster, Mr. G do to help you get there? And what did you do personally? I think it's also good for them to see, I think just mainly just seeing that in what they think of as a trust course and having to encourage one another to work together.
Hahn says you can't beat real-time hands-on learning.
You could tell the students, think about if you were at a pond. Well, for some of those kids, the pond is, they've played in water before. They might not know the difference between a pond and a lake. Or think about different soils. Well, they automatically think of it's dirt, and that's as far as I know. We could bring those things in here, but it's not the real life example or experience for them, where they're actually using the tools and learning in an environment where they are hearing it from one of us as their teachers and not someone else from the community that's just coming in as a guest speaker. They're actually experiencing it, and they're learning from their own experiments.
The local school district held a ribbon cutting for its newest elementary school, Prairie Queen. The original school opened in 1884 and closed in 1957. Some of the students who attended the original school were in attendance.
That's what's happening around Papillion. There are lots of ways to stay up to date with what's happening. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or even watch our YouTube channel. And of course, information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.